And here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. How you doing, folks? It is I, your regularly scheduled Stately, and it's 6 o'clock, which must mean it's streamy time. Hey, 29, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, am I getting on the stream channel again? Sure, why not? There we go. I am on the stream channel. So, hope everybody's having a great evening. I just got home like 10 minutes ago, so I have planned today's stream out not at all. I hope that's okay with y'all. I'm sure we'll find something interesting to do, though, right? Hey, Mason, how's it going? What's the what, Mason? Alright, so let's start with some more of my refoliating efforts. Let's get some trees planted around here. Steph gave me some saplings, if I'm not mistaken. I need to...
No, not yet. No, not yet.
You didn't? Oh, okay.
I can give you some.
Oh, well, there's no rush. Are you over your base?
No, I'm actually close to spawn.
Cool. All right. Well, let me see what I have. But yeah, if you have some on you or in your chest, I would happily take.
Yeah. If you need some, I'm at minus 250, minus 400.
Minus 250, 400. Is that on the spawn island?
Yeah, minus 250, minus 400. It's no, it's not on spawn.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that far though. All right. I'll hop in a boat and I'll swing on by. Because I have, 2 saplings. That's not going to last me very long. Alright, let's go get some saplings. Where's my boat? No boat. I see one over there. I'm gonna appropriate that. Police business. Stately, I don't know if it's the best 2 hours of your life. Maybe the second best. Alright, we are at 100 minus 380, so this is a short little shot. Won't take too long. Minus 400. Yeah! What do you think, guys? I finally found a playlist that I can actually play on YouTube without 1,200 different people deciding that they all get to make money off of me. Pretty sweet, huh? I got a couple of different playlists, but this is the smooth jazz playlist. Oh dear. Are we building a guardian farm here?
Yeah, it's turkeys.
Y'all got it good and automated too. Hello, Joker. How you doing? Awesome. Doing it the right way too. Fully automatic. Very impressed.
It was automated fully, but it kept glitching out the slime block. Yeah, State, I got your...
So what kept glitching out?
The slime blocks. It works with slime blocks and pistons and redstone blocks, but the slime blocks kept glitching out. I don't know why.
Joy. Minecraft being Minecraft. But it looks like this does the trick pretty well right here. I mean, yeah, it's kind of manual,
Yeah,
but it's not too bad. What's the good news, Joker? Traditional, you mean like a lightbox desk kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about, 29? Because awesome. Hey, thanks, Steph, for the supplies.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Oh man, filling these things up is such a pain in the butt. Alright, we got our supplies going on. We'll check in again soon, see how they're doing. Maybe see if we can help out a little bit. How's the audio mix working for you guys? Oh yeah, you're listening to the wrong channel. My face witch. Oh wait, I typed that. I'm not quite sure why I'm in the toast text channel. I'm not even quite sure why we have a toast text channel. Well, it's kind of meant to be background music, but if it's like way too quiet, I can tweak it a little bit. Let's go some more noisy, so that we can kind of compare the music volume to the volume of the in-game effects, because come on, cow, come here. Ugh. Come on, all I want is to drink your delicious stew. I really best not to think too much about where the stew comes from, guys. Here, let me just turn it up just a tad. I have it down at like 10% volume right now.
Sadly, you can enter everything, right?
I can enter everything?
Someone has chests and beacons and stuff.
Yeah. Why?
Changing this beacon over the guarding farm to something else, like the health restoration or something.
Whose beacon is it?
If you get time for it.
Whose beacon is it though?
It's Turkey's, but he'll log off.
It's whose?
Turkey's.
Oh. Yeah, Turkey's not really on much in the evenings, is he? I think I can probably fix that for you. Alright guys, quick detour back to where we just came from. Just need to change its effect. You want it moved from haste to something else? Yeah, no worries. At least this time I have a boat. So I'm going to see if I can come up with some inspiration for a design for a paddle steamer. I've decided that one of the ships at the dock here is going to be like a 19th century paddle boat. And I'm thinking that's going to be an easier thing to build than the noise is better. I'm not sure what that means. I have some food on me, Joker, if you need some. Not a huge pile, but enough to keep you guys from starving. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of, 29. That's why I didn't want to think of where the stew came from. 29 says the stew comes from the stew glands, which are on all Minecraft cows, but the glands getting infected will cause mushrooms to grow on the cow and the color to resaturate, causing stew to come out. Well, that's exactly what I didn't want to know. Now I'm never going to be able to have mushroom stew again. Until the next time I'm hungry. Alright.
You need an iron ingot?
So what do you... yeah, probably.
Yeah, I got one on me.
Cool. Oh, actually, I have two. I should be fine. Ah! Walked right into the water there. Fortunately, I know how to swim. Okay. So what do we want this to do?
We restore health restoration, or I don't know.
It's on strength 2 now. I can switch it over to regeneration. And what do you want as a primary effect? Haste or speed?
I don't know.
Very well.
Generation.
You're getting jump boost. Oh, actually, yeah, no, you can have regeneration and jump boost. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Should be all set. All right, folks, let's head on back to spawn and do some planting and maybe build a few things. Did I just throw a pearl straight down to the ocean bottom? I did. Which is a really good way to get yourself killed. Fortunately, I had the presence of mind to throw another pearl. Your game is finished. Oh, your game on planning? Cool. All right. Well, we'll swing by again later during the stream and we'll check it out. Should be fun. Okay. We are well and truly on our way. I think there's also a few new adventure server builds soon. And by soon, I mean within the next week or so. It is going to be time to start building spawn for the adventure server. And what I'd like to do is make a small walled city with several different buildings. We have all of the little shops and stuff we need at the adventure server spawn with the, you know, the vending machines and the clan claims and stuff like that. So what I was thinking is we'd have a central area, maybe a keep, with instructions and stuff like that, and then multiple small buildings around it with different shops and resources and supplies. And one of the reasons I want to do that is because if we have multiple buildings, it's easy to collaborate on. You know, one person does... Excuse me. Sorry about that. One person does one building, the next person does the next. So that's going to have to get underway soon, and I'm going to be asking around if people want to help out. It's not mine, actually. It's Hunter's, I think, but I can make it public because it's technically in my build. /c modify public. There we go. All right. Remember, guys, if you put down a cash register, you have to tell LWC that it's a public block, because otherwise people won't even be able to click on it. Rubens, yes, sorry. Not Hunters. I am so bad with mixing people's names up. So, we have some weirdness here. We have some spruce trees that really don't go here. They're not native to the environment. So I'm going to replace these bad boys with acacias, and we're going to plant some more around here. And hopefully it won't turn into a barren wasteland again, because that's how the Eastern Islanders met their end. Yeah, no worries, Joker. Just show me what you have in mind whenever you're ready. The music isn't great. It's all a little bit generic, but it's not bad, and there's actually some pretty decent tracks in here. I'm not gonna like completely overdo this. I'm just kind of filling out some blank spots. Spaces that aren't that useful in their own right. It is kind of on the smooth side of the smooth jazz spectrum, isn't it? Dangerously close to adult contemporary. I'm not going to bone meal these guys. I'm just going to let them grow in their own time. That'll work out just fine in the end. Where did my hunger go? I guess the saturation on the soup isn't as good as on steak. It's 200 by 60. Is that all?
Yeah, it's for my new build.
You already find a location for that?
Nope, not yet. But I don't want it to be too far from spawn. I can build a train station in it, but yeah, because of it's gonna be a shopping mall.
Yeah, sure. It shouldn't be way out in the boonies. Let's see, where else? I mean, some of these are obviously buildable plots, but even considering they're buildable plots, we don't want them to be completely barren, right? So, that should be pretty decent. Maybe a couple on the hillside over here. When redstone was first introduced, it would wash away in rain. That was a terrible idea. Everybody was really pissed off by that. You think you made a squid farm? Well, good luck. I mean, I've had very little luck with squid farms on multiplayer servers. But that doesn't mean they can't work. I suspect. It might just mean that I'm not very competent. Wouldn't that be a surprise? What kind of intro? Well, gosh. You know the cool intros that other Minecraft players have? I want something like that. Only not exactly like that, but different. No, I'm kidding. I'm not really sure how to go about deciding what an intro like that should look like. I mean, it basically just like a short stinger, nothing more than maybe 15 seconds. Something I could play at the beginning of the stream. But beyond that, you know, I like the animation you did on that little 3-second clip. Which let me see if I can show that. I think I can. Check this out. Floating trees make stately sad. See? So now I can play that whenever I see a floating treetop. The volume's a little low on that. I realize that it's a little rush job, but I thought it was funny. I mean, I like the animation. I like the look. So if you want to go with something like that, that would be just fine. I don't really even have like a slogan or anything I particularly use, unless "Oh balls" counts as a slogan. Alright, so we got a bunch of acacias going on now, and a lot of them are already growing here. I think this place is going to look a lot nicer with some foliage, don't you think? No, I get that it was a 10-minute something you threw together, but it's just hilarious. So, it's going in the rotation. A spot for an end shop. Yeah, sure. We're running a little short on space. We have a lot of little market stalls. I haven't quite decided what to do with this. I've had like 12 different people ask me if they can have this plot, so I do need to come up with something. You got a squid in your farm. This is Myris's, Mimi's. An end ship, a crashed end ship. Well, if you want to do, what about like a beached end ship? A dock and park. Okay, yeah. Show me what you had in mind later on when you're back here. I mean, you could do, if you wanted to, an end ship on the dock here. Like I said earlier in the stream, I'm actually thinking about doing a paddle boat on one side of the dock, so I think that would be kind of neat. But if you wanted to do like an actual end ship, just kind of sitting there in the dock, that would work. If you want to do something like a beached end ship, maybe you can, maybe you could set it up in the shallow area over here and then have like a walkway to it. So what about this little, I guess estuary? I'm not sure what you'd call this. And then just have like a walkway connecting it to the road over on this side. You could have a, oh, yeah. I'm not really thinking about the competitive aspect of this. Well, there's also here, I suppose. You could have it out to sea here. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking like an actual, like an end ship on its side or something, or like an end ship that's beached and half broken open? What are we talking? Well, if you didn't want to do a normal end ship in the sea, put it on the dock. Just put it on one of the sides of the dock here. If you want to do it in the ground, planning. Yeah. Look, there's no water in planning, so you're going to get lots and lots of squid. Honestly, I think you could do worse than to put it like on or beached up against that island and just have like a walkway or a little bridge to get there from here. That'd be kind of cool, right? I mean, if you have a better idea, if you want something specific, let me know. But if that's a cool idea, you made water from the purest water. That's alchemy for you right there. You start with nothing but a gallon of water, you do some alchemy and some magic, and before you know it, you have nothing but a liter of the purest water. And you're slightly less thirsty. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, this place looks much better with some trees in. We need more. Put one over here. That's a good place for a tree. So I suppose we should probably build something or something today. That might be fun, right? Being that, you know, it's a survival server in Minecraft. I thought you had built something here in Elvish that was actually working well. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep the foliage up a little bit because this place has been getting more and more barren. Yeah, nobody ever reads my announcements, huh? The Kid PvP and Block Assassin things are reset, are they not? No, it's not. Oh, you know what that might be? I think the flares just don't get updated if there are no new scores. Sorry, I broke this sign. Okay. So it's possible that just nobody's played a game since the scores were updated. But you can do the kit book and the BA book. There are commands for that. And let me head over to PvE real quick and look at the outcome of the previous Block Assassin and Kit PvP seasons. /top kit. Nobody on Kit PvP leaderboard. And I already have the books. This is the Block Assassin book. This was the Season 5 outcome. nothing really. Nobody really plays Block Assassin anymore. And then Season 6 of Kit PvP, Mason won, Waffles was second, and TNT was third. I didn't win a single Kit PvP game last season. Ah! I'm in mod mode, but regardless. So what do you say, Mason? Time for some splat? We're at our theme park here in PvE, which kind of an abandoned project, unfortunately. Too laggy for splat?
Yeah, I can't even see what I just typed.
Okay. You might want to turn down your view distance. Fair enough. We'll do that another time then. I shall head back to Elvish. Or Elvuish. Yeah, if you just have like an open free-for-all build server, you're going to run out of trees. I mean, there's no way you can keep a decent supply of trees. There are some plugins that kind of help. There are plugins that will automatically plant saplings that fall to the ground instead of letting them despawn. And I have thought about doing things like that. I might yet. Really? That's a little unfortunate. I didn't realize that if you aim the bowls wrong, they'll actually launch more bowls. That's not really what I had in mind. Alrighty. So what should we do today, guys? I feel like I had a couple of things lined up that I was talking about in the last couple days, but now I can't think of anything. I am vaguely considering that we're putting off building a train station here, so maybe that's what needs to happen today. Maybe we need to get started on the train station. Come on. Please to be dead. So what I'm thinking for the train station is, instead of doing like a huge above ground build, what we'll have is a reasonably modest build up here with stairs heading down to the actual station level. And yeah, so we talked about using Steph's automated dispenser and retrieval system for the mine carts, which would make the whole thing a little bit easier, because we don't have to sit around worrying about whether or not players have mine carts and whether they put them back, and the standard stuff. Your squid farm looks amazing, Phoenix. I just saw it on Discord. Very impressed. Hey, cow. So, I don't know. I'm not really in the mood for building a station right now. Let's see what we have in the way of materials. Oh, I need to finish my my enchanting area. Let's work on that for a little while. Seem to be kind of lacking inspiration today. Usually I have at least a little bit of time to sit down and think about what I want to do on stream before I actually start the stream, but today I kind of just ran into the house and turned the computer on. And hey Brendan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're well. Oh, that was the wrong chest. That's the one that makes the door open. I'm not too sure about this song. This one's a little blah. Let's go ahead and delete this from the playlist. That's more like it. So I have this little storage area here, and then down here we have our enchantment area. I've already got some tables going on here, and I've got some chests for supplies. The only thing I kind of want to add here that I think will come in handy is a semi-automatic mundane potion maker. Those are pretty easy to do. All I need is a couple of hoppers and a couple of chests and a place to put it. So let me go ahead and scrape together the supplies we're going to need. And then this is going to be like one chest for bottles and one chest for netherwort. Hey Zippy, how you doing, man? What's the what? So I already have the netherwort here. It's Zippy! Yeah, you know, that's not a bad idea instead of having a dispenser. But the reason we have, like on PvE, the reason we have minecart dispensers is not so much for the people who can afford a minecart, but for the new players who want to be able to get around. And making that life difficult is not necessarily the best thing you could possibly do. So what we can do is we can put down... Roger that, Joker. How would this work? I'm trying to work out how to kind of fit this in without it being sinfully ugly. Oops. We're kind of going to want a workbench here, but we have to have... Not a workbench, an enchanting table. We have to have a supply line for the bottles and one for the netherwort. And that's it, really. I mean, other than that, it's just a question of grabbing the stuff as it's done. I'm not gonna like have an automated system that just keeps them running or anything. The idea is simply that there's going to always be an enchanting table here with a couple mundane potions to grab. So let's go ahead and actually make the next enchanting table and the hoppers. Couple chests. Fortunately, I still have plenty of supplies. Really? Okay, be that way. See if I care. Don't need that. Kind of want to keep these. Why is my inventory always full? Like always. Every time I do more than 2 seconds worth of work, my inventory is full. Drives me nuts. There's a lot of like spam bot accounts 29 that'll just try to get you to follow them based on just posting in stream saying please follow me. And, I don't know, it's also cheap. So hokey. But that does seem to be par for the course these days. Alright, cobblestone, 3 pieces. Which I don't have here for reasons I can't begin to understand. And 4 chests, at least 4 chests. That's 2. I'm using oak instead of spruce for the chest for no other reason than that oak is easier to come by for me right now. Again, I need to put together a tree farm soon, but for now this is fine. We're good. Everything is under control. Okay, so 2 chests, 2 hoppers, all the blaze rods are coming with, and gunpowder, redstone, glowstone are also, standard enchanting supplies. So I'm going to put those downstairs as well. Redstone, right? Okay. That is, by the way, a trap chest, which triggers the door. I guess that goes without saying. There is another way in. And if you can find it, and you make it down here, I'll give you a cookie. It's not actually that hard to find, but I'll still give you a cookie. What's up, Mason? Forgot the elytras for your shop? Okay, so, okay, we can do that. And I definitely need to have a workbench down here. I'm a little unclear on why I don't have one already. Here would be a good place for one, right? In that corner. But I don't have any. Is this a bossa nova? Am I playing a bossa nova? I don't know, guys. I think I might be playing a bossa nova.
Oh, it doesn't come through on Twitch
too. Nobody's actually on the Twitch stream, are they?
I'm on the Twitch stream. I'm just not listening.
Oh, right, because you can't do both audio. That'll drive you insane. I rather like it, actually. Not sure about this specific song, but overall, the quality of the playlist isn't terrible. Hey, Brandon Burks, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. If you are just tuning in and you're not following me on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube yet, do please feel free to do so. I stream most days, 6 Pacific, here at play.1mc3.com, where we mostly play PvE. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do. So that's about par for the course. Hey, wannabe. How you doing? So this will be like the glowstone storage. We'll keep the glowstone and gunpowder and redstone in here. And I think I have some cobblestone in my storage chest up here. This one? Yeah, there we go. Where was I putting that build chest? I mean, workbench? Here. Alright, so this is the brewing stand. Excellent. And I should also... Wow, how long did it take you to hunt all that up, Mason? Get a bunch of blaze powder going, spread that out. So, let's see. One from the top, one from the side is the basic setup, right? So, I'm wondering to what degree I want to like hide this or obfuscate it. Oh, you have a mending elytra? That helps. Hello? That is where the thing's supposed to go. I just... Huh. Alright, well, I know an easy fix to that. I can just do that. And then we'll put the brewing stand in place of the block here. Simple, right? Easy peasy. And that's really all you have to do. Put a chest there and a chest there and you're done. The only thing I'm wondering is if I want to hide this to any degree. And if I do, the logical thing to do would be to put the one on the side back there. Jay. think I can do, but I'm not 100% sure. For some reason, placing stuff up against brewing stands doesn't always work the way you think it will. Hi, Flyboy. Bye, Flyboy. And then for this one, it'll just go up here. So what I guess we'll do here is we'll move this over. There's no reason to have the extra space here. It doesn't really do anything aesthetically. And we can easily put a piece of stone here. And then here, I don't know. Well, I know what we can do. Just kind of to make it a little more subtle. Just do, right. We can just do this. That's a little cleaner, just for the sake of neatness. Go all the way around. So it's not really well hidden or anything. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to look at this and go, huh, that's definitely not a brewing stand. I don't know. Are people AFK in the end?
Yeah, dental is.
Is he? She? This needs to go there. Alright, let's make sure we got that right everywhere. Okay, so I got my blaze powder in place. What we need to do now is just get a bunch of glass and make a bunch of bottles. I'm setting up my enchanting area down here, Brendan. This is kind of my cave. I have a semi-secret cave here. And I'm just kind of working on getting all my facilities going because I haven't really done much in the way of actual base building since I got here. I'm trying to keep it kind of natural looking, so I have this little balcony overlooking an abandoned mine shaft, and I'm mostly just working with existing caves. I have this chasm going on down here. It's not completely safe, but it's not like I fear for my life every time I come down here. Okay, so glass. Lots and lots of glass. Wub fly boy. What have I got? I got a whopping 8 glass. Ça ne suffit pas. So let's get this batch going, and while we wait for that batch, we can get started on the current batch. Oh, you know what I also need is, oh, a few more signs, but I have those. I mean frames. Hoi! Hey, what's up, man? How are you? So that's not a lot, but it's a start. I've seen cool little designs for automatic refillers that work when you fill out your entire inventory. The way that works is if you have like empty bottles in your inventory and nothing else, you fill one of the bottles, the full bottle will drop. So you'll fill it like from a water source like this, it'll drop, and under the water source you have a hopper that brings it to wherever you need it to be. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay, look, I got bad news for you. I need that grass block back. And you dropped 2 pearls. Yay. 3 pearls. That's a record. I don't think I've ever had an Enderman drop 3 pearls before. Now, where do you steal that grass block from? Here. Bad Enderman. Oh, that's right. I have a looting sword. I knew that. I knew that. Okay, so the top one is the bottles, right? The top one is not the bottles. And if the top one isn't the bottles, then this one must be the bottles. There we go, that's better. And then this one, that's the nether wart. And this is just a really simple thing to do that makes enchanting, potion brewing much, much easier, because you basically just always have mundane potions waiting for you when you're ready to brew. So I'm going to make a bunch of fire potions. That's kind of the primary potion that I use, because I'm always dreadfully afraid to go to the end without. Flyboy come and flyboy go.
He's so fly.
He's so fly. Okay, so for the fire potions, we need blaze cream. Where's blaze powder? It's blaze cream for the fire potions. Blaze powder is strength. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather up whatever ingredients I have. Sound of repairing. Oh yeah. So I got a decent amount of blaze cream. You know what I need is golden carrots as well for healing potions. Now, I have some gold, but I don't think I have any carrots, which is ironic. Melons, not carrots, melons. What is a blaze cream? Magma cream. Right.
Headphones, thank you.
Oh, you'll be fine. Just listen to some smooth jazz and you'll be relaxed again in no time.
I would love to, but I don't want to hear a delay.
Tragic. Just can't win. They're all like, oh, you should stream on Discord so there's no delay. And then I play music and there's like, oh, you should stream your music on Discord so there's no delay in your music.
Wah,
Wah, wah. Okay, and then the next ingredient, and I always forget this one, it's either redstone or glowstone dust to increase the duration. Redstone. So be it. Because this is like a must-have. You know, you should basically never leave your house without a fire potion, but you should definitely never go to the end without one. And then we'll have a chest for the completed potions here, and this will be for like all other ingredients. That'll be where I keep the fermented spider eyes and stuff. Okay, so I got my super double excellent 8-minute fire resistance potions going here. Extra double plus awesome. We got... You know, I could grow melons down here. I think I should do that. I think I should have some melons growing down here for the healing potions. So let's set up a little patch. Let's get some melon seeds, possibly a hoe of some description, and some gardening tools as well. See what I did there? Nobody saw what I did there. Might be for the best. Mason saw what I did there. There we go. He's like, and now my mom won't let me watch her stream anymore. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. You know what? I'm feeling pimpin' today. I got me a pimpo. Yes, I understand that that's wildly inappropriate. Tough luck. So I do own some melon seeds. I have no idea where they are. Food? That would be a logical chest to put them in. Beetroot seeds. Beetroot seeds! Well, that's unfortunate. Anybody nearby have some melon seeds I can borrow / steal? That's not how you spell any words. The donations box? What donations box? Do we have a donations box? Come on, somebody's bound to have a couple melon seeds. It can't be that hard to come by, right?
There's melons in the villager village.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. It won't take too long to head over to Villagerville.
I planted them there myself.
Don't worry about it, Steph. I'm going to run out to Villagerville real quick. There are some whole melons under the spawn nether portal. Under the spawn nether portal? Okay. All right, I'll check that out first. Thank you, though, Steph. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, I'm here. I should probably grab some more pearls. From the free pearl dispenser. Get your pearls instantly from Instant Pearls Online. No, nothing. Nope, there they come. That is a full stack. Life is good. Where's my music? Was that like the entire playlist? That's clearly a much shorter playlist than I thought. Gonna have to flesh that out a little bit more.
Hope you do that in the privacy of your own bathroom.
Flesh, not flush, flesh. Sorry. Everything's fine. I'm emotionally stable. Let nobody tell you otherwise. So, I don't know, man. TPS is in the 19.9 range. I'm not experiencing any kind of lag, and I'm on the opposite coast from the server. So I think that any lag you might be experiencing is entirely client-side. Under here? I don't even think there is an under here, but let's go have a look around.
No, there isn't.
I'll just head over to Villagerville. It's not far.
Your Twitch stream now says media resource not supported.
Media resource not supported?
Try refreshing.
Oh, that's fascinating. Let me take a look. Twitch.tv/ that one's me right there. And no, I'm definitely streaming. Don't see any issues here. Although I am now hearing myself in the background, which is kind of an issue in its own right. Come and see an old man cry. Yeah, not that old, Phoenix. Wait, do I have jump boost? I thought I had jump boost there for a moment. I seemed extra bouncy.
YouTube's fine, but Twitch won't run for me.
Probably just Twitch being Twitch. Works fine for me. Don't know if anybody else has some input they can give us on this.
Yeah, Twitch is good for me as well.
Hello! Look who just popped into existence. Why don't... Ugh. I'm not gonna get any drops off of him if I kill him above the lava, is kind of the problem. And the bottom line is, if I can't get any drops off of him, I don't care that much. Fine. Okay, I gotta be a little more careful. Who's 25? Almost everybody who was born in 1993. What's up, Phoenix?
No, because that'd make me 35.
Two, 1992. I don't know.
He thinks you're 25. That's funny.
Let him think. Okay, melon hunting. Didn't really get my crits there. These are pumpkins. Come on, you've been watching long enough, Phoenix, to know that I don't give out any personal information.
Who are you talking to?
Phoenix.
Oh, he's still way off, so it's all good.
I'm Diggity 9 today. Oh lord, more swimming villagers. I think they might now be spawning in the water again. Really, what does 30 sound like? Bitter and cynical? Because you're not wrong
You got that
about the
down.
bitter and cynical part. Is this an auto fisher? Is it half an auto fisher?
Yes.
Seems like it's missing something.
Full-fledged. That's my full-fledged auto
Oh,
fisher.
you'll have to show me how it works one of these days.
It's quite simple.
So these melons that you're referring to,
They're up on the top tier. Hold on, I'll be there in a second.
okay. No, if
Go towards the entrance.
that's where they are, I'll find them. This place is a lot less impossible to navigate now. Yeah, 2 of them, but that's all I need. Excellent. Okay, and these guys are still fruitful. That's not really necessary. Hey, what up? So, maybe 5 or 6 should be enough. I don't envision myself needing any more than that. Zambi? It's Zambi! My lord. Didn't think I'd ever see Zambi again. Guess he's not talking. Nope. Zambi ain't new. Zambi's one of our oldest players. Extreme Country! Check it out. Good to see you, man. Hop on /Elvish if you want to join us. I didn't put these here. I think somebody's been embellishing my build a little bit, which is fine. No harm in having some more benches there. Alright, I got what I needed. Good to see you, man. Alright, let's head back to civilization with our bounty, our fat loot of 5 melon seeds. Fat with PH, obviously. I will check out the sketches shortly, 29.
Of course, I do it daytime as soon as I go over to my bed.
Right. That's how it goes. These guys look like they're waiting for somebody to come out that door. It's like they've been hired to ambush somebody. I would not want to be the next sucker who comes through that door.
Why you gotta do that?
I'm sorry, did I forget to hit the mute button?
You did.
Been a long day.
Isn't that bad? I was there.
Yeah, but you didn't have to put up with you all day.
That's true.
Alright, let's get this stuff planted, and then I think our little potion brewing area will be pretty much good to go. You need 2 buckets? I got plenty of iron. Are you nearby?
Yeah, he's at my base. So
Is he the only one there right now?
I'm behind his base.
Oh, no, it's Skull Island. Okay, I thought you meant the new build location where you're building the Guardian farm. Whee! Okay, that's not how stairs work, but whatever. Okay, do I have everything I need? I have a couple of buckets for water. I have a hoe. I have melon seeds. That's all I need. Is it turkeys? Yeah, the region belongs to Turkey, but I saw Steph and Joker working on it. So what do you guys think about the jazz? Should I come up with something a little more energetic next time around? Or is this about what you're looking for in Minecraft background music? This is almost like barbershop quartet music right now. Oh good, I'm glad you like it. Excellent. I'll take that as a vote in favor. So I'll just plant a couple of them here, kind of sort of haphazardly, and what we'll do is we'll kind of cheat with the water. We'll put it down here. I mean, I'm already in pretty good shape with just a little puddle here. But if we put a little bit of water there, that'll allow us to have plots here and here and here and there, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we should be good here still.
How do you make chiseled stone?
Chiseled stone is, I think, 2 slabs on top of each other. 2 smooth slabs.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The consensus is 2 smooth slabs. Okay, so this will be like the little mushroom. Melon area. And I think what I'll do is I'll widen this a little bit so you don't have to like walk through it on the way. Like so. I like the way this is coming along. It's looking pretty natural. And we'll just let the grass spread out. I'm not going to do like paths or anything here. I'm just going to let the grass grow. But I do want to kind of add some foliage. Not this much. I'm going to take a bunch of it out. But a little bit of grass here and there. Just kind of make it look natural. Check it out. This right here is a biome border. I think this is probably a river biome. So let's see. We're okay. So river biome, savanna biome, river biome, savanna biome. That's always kind of weird. It looks a little strange when you're looking at it. I mean, it makes sense to some degree. So we're gonna have some other stuff down here as well. I think my auto smelter is gonna go down here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. I mean, this loop here, I've kind of used up the available space. Not very efficiently, but I never really intended to be terribly efficient about any of this. So we'll have to find another area nearby to put a smelter, and I'm thinking I'll do an auto smelter. Just not quite sure where. But I am pleased with the way this is coming along here. Alright, so, you know what I've been wanting to do for a while is I've been wanting to roof over the path in the end to and from the end grinder so you can walk through it without worrying about the Enderman. Maybe we'll get started on that. Let's see what kind of materials we have available for us. What would go well? I think we could use endstone, obviously. Joker already put in kind of the bottom half of the path, so I'll probably just build on top of that. So some options, and I'm going to grab a drink real quick, and then we can briefly talk about the options we have and decide what would look good. I'll be right back. I have returned with a refreshing beverage. What, my return with a refreshing beverage? Refreshing beverage? Scared you?
It was quite abrupt.
My abrupt return. I'll try to announce it in advance. Alright, let's head on over, to the end. Have a look around. See what we can come up with. I'm not really bringing any materials right now because I just want to get an idea for everything. So, at 29, are you still on stream? I think 29 might still be on stream. Could you do like an animation where like Cartoon Stately in a period of maybe 15 seconds keeps falling down off of things into the next biome? So I'd be walking around and I'd fall into a hole and I'd fall into the nether and then I'd drop into the lava or something, and like after every fall the cartoon character would be a little more frazzled until at the end he's like on fire and steam's coming out of his ears. It's kind of a little ridiculous slapstick thing. Would that be a fun little intro, or is that too over the top? Where does this even go? Whose portal is this? I've been walking by this for like months without ever wondering which portal this is. If you think that makes sense and you think it might be cool to do, take a stab at it. You know, I'd love to have just something simple like that That's kind of funny, kind of cute. You know what I'd also like to do, if you're up for it, is come up with like some cheesy 15-second jingles that I can play during the stream that are like fake ads for the Spleef Arena. Cool. Well, let me know. Let me know if you need a high-quality sound recording of me saying "oh balls" and "ow" and what the bleep. Portal to Village Farm. This is Steph's portal?
No, that's somebody. That was whenever the two portals were linked together.
Yeah. So there's like nothing going on here. This whole area is completely undeveloped. Remember, guys, if you haven't used your claim and you want a portal, you can claim a portal. Rainbow Spruce. I don't remember a Rainbow Spruce. So, get your monkeys instantly at Instant Monkeys Online. I don't know why. It's from an old MST3K sketch, and I've had it stuck in my head for forever.
You know, none of them know what that is.
MST3K? Y'all know what MST3K is, right?
As they're Googling.
I am totally going to do the bots from MST3K at the bottom of the screen on April 14th, I think, on occasion of the launch of the new series. That'd be awesome. Oh, y'all are missing out. MST3K is excellent. Your server? Why don't you come play on my server, Dylan? Mine's made of 100% pure awesome. Well, in fairness, it's 90% awesome and 10% filler, but the USDA has never inspected it, so I can just claim whatever I want.
And Stately creates puppies.
Where am I going? I was going to the end. That's the other way. I'm just wandering around aimlessly babbling to myself. It's hardly a stream anymore. Well, it's a stream of conscience. Stream of consciousness? Stream of consciousness. It is 100% GMO free. Yeah. No pesticides. 101%. Yes. Stately server is made from 101% pure unadulterated wub. And a little bit of snark. 90% wub, 11% snark.
Just 11.
Minus 1% mathematical skills.
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus 1%. It's absolutely true. Everybody likes pie. Pie's pretty awesome. Good buddy of mine. What up, Wolfie? Welcome to the stream. To the end. It's true. Zippy's kid's birthday was yesterday.
Yep.
Play.1mc3.com, Dylan. It's right up in the top left of the screen under the 1mc3 logo. Play.1mc3 with the numbers.com. Yeah, a public wood farm should be on our project list.
Oh, there is one. It's very small, though.
We have the little temporary oak farm in Villagerville. But Villagerville isn't a plane. We could easily set up a biggish wood farm there and put some big crop farms in as well. Basically do the same thing we did on PvE, only without the animals. Yeah, you clearly do have a sleeping problem, isn't it? Let's see, if it's 7 here, it's 7 hours later, right at 2 a.m. or possibly 3 a.m. in the UK? Well, Ireland, as the case may be. I'm thinking 2. I think it's 7 hours right now because daylight saving time has started here, but not yet in the UK.
It's 2 a.m. in the UK.
Yeah, 3 a.m. for you. That was Steph. He's hilariously Belgian. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Wow, much
Some
Belge.
of my onlyest friends.
All of my Belgian friends are Belgian.
GG.
What isn't a plural? Onlyest? Alright, we're finally going to go to the end. So, part of this has already been kind of set out. I think Joker has done the actual floors here. It's Sammy! Welcome back. And has a little wall going along the sides. I'm not 100% convinced that we want to stick with this. We could maybe make end brick instead, which would be pretty easy to get our hands on, obviously. And then, honestly, maybe we'll just do like glass panes with stone brick slabs on top. What do you guys think for materials? If we were to use end brick at the first level, and then one level up, we'd want something you can see through, so glass or fencing. How you doing, Zambi? And then we need a roof, and for the roof, we could just do slabs. That would be pretty easy. And then what I was thinking is we can just extend this rail line. We don't have to walk to the rail line. We can run the rail line all the way out to the spawn point. You can literally just get in the minecart, ride all the way out there, and we have a little detector rail so that when you ride back, you'll go back to the... So talk to me about material, guys. What do you think is going to go well with end brick? Purper? How far do you have to begin mining? How far? There's not like a minimum distance away you have to be. You just need to not do it in such a fashion as to encroach on other people's builds.
Totally guys, dig a hole now, so nobody can mine. Full chunk size.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy. Purper. There are purper slabs? Not so much, right? Thank you. We've all put a lot of work in that. I mean, acacia goes pretty well with the end materials, but I'm thinking we'll keep it a little bit subtle. We'll use... Well, Joker, you started on this. What do you think? You have any preferences here for what we should add? Don't really have any donation chests, no. Is Joker still around? Joker is still on. I'm thinking glass. I'm thinking orange glass, and then we'll just do a smooth stone roof. Alright, orange glass, guys. It's going to be orange glass. We'll put pillars in, but I think we'll stick to like stone pillars. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll leave the end stone, but every couple of blocks we'll have an end stone block pillar for contrast. It's a little guy waving. It's like a head and an arm. I will have a look. I will have a look later on 29. I have Discord open next to me, but I can't really tab out and scroll around constantly. I'm not sure why this is here. Mason, there's an empty chest of yours here. It's going away. Okay. So we're going to need glass, basically. We're going to need a fair amount of glass. Let's try to get an impression of approximately how much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm thinking this is probably about 80 blocks. That's going to be 160 glass panes. Let's assume ballpark of 400 glass panes. You get 16 glass panes for 6 glass blocks. So 400 divided by 16 is, call it 250. No, that's not right. 400 divided by 16 is... Well, 400 divided by 8 is 50. 400 divided by 16 is 25 times 6 is 150. 3 stacks of glass should do it. Okay, 3 stacks of orange glass. That's what we're going for, and a bunch of smooth stone. That shouldn't be too hard, especially because orange is a pretty easy dye. That's very unfortunate, Wolfie. I mean, Dogcat, I'm sorry to hear that. Why did I just take damage from? Don't know. Yeah, cave spiders are meanies. Well, you can set up wherever you want, Zambi, really. Have a look at /map. We have a /claim command, which allows you to claim a 65 by 65 area. Automatically becomes your own, protected, stuff like that. So, you know, you can check out the /map, look around, find yourself a nice location to start up, get a little base going. If you want to build something close to spawn, you're welcome to on the south side. I mean, on the north side of Spawn Town, there's plenty of empty plots. Only thing we ask if you build in Spawn Town is you keep it in the style of Spawn Town. Don't make anything that looks out of place. Use similar materials, that kind of thing. And, you know, you can also just go exploring. One of the nice things about this map is that even though the internal 10,000 by 10,000 area of the map is fully rendered, there's no world border. So outside of that, you can still go out and go exploring and do whatever you feel like.
You may want to change your sensitivity, be a little more sensitive on your mic. You're cutting out quite good.
Oh, yeah, the volume on the voice sensitivity is just set automatically on the damn thing. If I change it manually, terrible things start happening, but I'll have a look at it after the stream.
Gotcha.
Is somebody talking in the background?
What was that?
I don't know. I hear somebody talking. Sorry, Mason, are you talking? Is your volume just all the way down? I have your volume at 200%, so I can't make you any louder. I think it might have been Mason. Alright, so what's the sand situation look like? Sandstone, I need to empty out my inventory again. Let's do that first so I can actually carry some of this stuff. Park the wood here and the dirt in the dirt chest. The dirt goes in the dirt chest. Why is there a tree farm if you can't break the wood? I don't know what you're to think is a tree farm, but we don't really have any public tree farms. Do me a favor and don't go chopping down all the acacia trees around spawn. I just replanted most of them. And well, if you want to come over and get some iron, Dogcat, I can help you out. I got plenty of iron. I can spare you like half a stack to get your basic gear going. Same goes for you, Zambi. If you want to come over to my base, I'll be happy to set you up with some iron. So I was gonna make bottles out of those. I'll try to swing by later in the stream. Phoenix. But I think now I'm just going to make sand, make glass panes out of this. So I need red flowers and yellow flowers. The red flowers are easy. yellow flowers, the dandelions, I'm going to have to... head over to Villagerville, I think, and... Well... I can just bone meal the grass anywhere for yellow flowers, obviously, but I'll grab a bunch of red flowers from Villagerville. Take it easy. See you next time. Again, if you need some supplies, help you get started, and that goes for you as well, Zambi, just let me know. And I am burning through food today. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's all this running back and forth that I'm doing. I don't know if Zambi and Dogcat are actually on stream. I keep offering them supplies and they're not responding, so they might not be on. Excuse me. All right, let's see what we got here. I am live on YouTube and Twitch as we speak. So that was easy. Actually, that's a lot fewer than I expected there to be in there. That's okay. So let's find a nice flat spot. Get some water. And some bone meal. I didn't see a sword on the ground. I didn't pick one up either. So... I'm not entirely sure what happened there. The T in streaming is capitalized. What? Oh. Yeah, tragic. Take a sec. Look at this place. It's like a petting zoo here. I don't know why all of these guys have spawned in here, but it's all good. They seem happy. Look at all these beautiful yellow flowers. Exactly what I need. Give me all of your yellow flowers. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, these white ones... I saw that there were a few new ones. I haven't checked them out yet. So I should only need like 8 of each, right? And I already have 12 and 9. So I think in theory, that really is all the dye I need. Gotta do it in the right order. Oh no! I thought your internet was fixed forever.
It was.
Now it's unfixed forever. That sucks.
No, it's back up now.
Just a hiccup. Hey, let's go. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in on Twitch or YouTube, thanks for watching. I'm Stately. This is 1mc3.com, where I play Minecraft every day around 6 Pacific. You're welcome to join us. It's a public server, mostly PvE. Been around for a couple of years now, so pretty stable. Hop on in if you feel like it. And if not, please do feel free to follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel. You'll see recordings of streams going back about a year now. So Literally hundreds of hours of me walking back and forth, forgetting stuff for you to enjoy. I'm telling you. You can spend an entire month of your life, I suspect, doing nothing but watch me stream. A month? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's do the math here. I've been streaming for about 2 years. On average, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, right? Something like that. So that's 250, 500. That's 1,000 hours. 24 hours in a day. So 1,000 hours? Yeah, you could probably spend an entire month just watching me stream continuously. You'd have to be insane to do that, but you could. All right, Dogcat, take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Be good. Or be bad. I'm not the boss of you. Lord. The only realistic, the only serious animation I ever did, 29, was with Flash back in the day. And that was, animated banners for corporations. So, it's kind of on you. You could do something where the background is like one big vertical scroll where you go from one biome to the next, and you could like scroll down, put a little blur effect in. I could just land on the next platform. And that way you'd only really have to animate the figure and use the background, or maybe a simple parallax background with foreground and a background. And that could just scroll. It could be just a long thing that scrolls down as I fall from one level to the next. Oh yeah, and then there's the videos of me getting blown up and me finding a stick, and yeah. Flash is also dead. Not only is Flash expensive, Flash is dead. And it should stay dead forever because Flash is evil. It's an awful technology. It was fun at the time, but what everybody forgets is that at the time, Flash was a simple little tool for storyboarding dorky little animations and banners. And it evolved into this thing that was basically still laid out like a dorky little tool for storyboarding animations, but ran like everything on the web. And it was completely unsuitable for almost everything. It wasn't even good for the animations. To be honest, it was kind of crappy. But, fortunately, they died. Well, they're not dead. But Adobe has definitely deprioritized it, and everybody's moving to HTML5 now, which is a much better platform and a much better system. And it allows you to actually make the content in a bunch of different ways instead of being stuck with Adobe. What's the word I'm looking for? That's PG-13. Bovine excrement. I am the stateliest. I am the very stateliest that ever did stately. That makes sense, right? That thing that I just said? I'm never quite sure, but I'm going to assume that what I just said makes sense. Adobe's fruitcakes. Fruitcakes! Yes! Fruitcakes is the word I was looking for. Thank you. I worked with Flash when it was still Macromedia, I think. Mind you, I worked with Cold Fusion back in the day too, and that was actually a halfway decent scripting language. Okay, all the orange glass in the world, please. Alright, so basically we're going to do glass on the sides, and we're going to have pillars every couple of blocks, and I'm wondering if Steph wants to help out by providing some purple blocks for this.
What's technique?
So I'm going to be roofing over the path to and from the end grinder in the end and running the rail like all the way. And I'd like maybe to use purple for the actual roof and for some pillars, but I'd need probably in the ballpark of 8 stacks of purple blocks.
Yeah, if you want, we can go to my shop and take some out of the chest, no problem at all.
Awesome. Awesome. I'll grab some Q-Bucks and I'll pay what I can afford.
No, you don't have to pay for them. It's a community project.
Fair enough, because I don't have any Q-Bucks. I'm pretty sure I have some Q-Bucks somewhere. No, I'm broke. I do still have some diamonds. I'm going to have to go mining soon. My mining strategy usually ends up being come up with an excuse to dig a long tunnel somewhere. So this rail line is going to have to start happening soon. You know what I also want to do, and yes, more infrastructure, is I want to make an above ground road between here and Wonderland, because that'll give everybody a place to expand to. If there's a road connecting the two places, that'll be a good excuse for people to build along that road, and it'll help everything grow kind of organically. And I'm pretty sure, just looking at the map, that we can set up a road between Wonderland and the main spawn area without too much trouble. We'll have to have a couple of bridges, obviously. But basically, if you come out this way, go down around here, through there, back that way, it's 1,000 blocks. I mean, it's a solid distance, but it's not an impossible distance to put down a road. I mean, we could do it in a single stream with 4 people. So, who wants to put down a 1,000 block long road in a single stream with 4 people tomorrow, guys? Oh, come on. You know you can do it. We can do it!
If I finish all my projects, I will.
once they're all done, you'll come over and help, huh? Alright, let's do that. That'll be our project for tomorrow. We'll start, and we'll just try to get the whole thing done in the duration of a 2-hour stream. So be here at 6 Pacific tomorrow, and we're going to see how many blocks of road we can put down in a 2-hour stream. I'll have a design ready, and I'll try to at least have some supplies to get us started. But we might have to do some supply gathering along the way, which is, you know, somebody wants to help out and they can't build roads, they can help out with that. What am I doing? Where am I going? I keep forgetting what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to... Phoenix, stop asking me. I've already said 3 times that I'll try to go over there during the stream today. Quartz does quartz go nice with Endbreak? I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of beige and white. I'm not sure if that's a great combination. The Purple Farm is, Steph's place is here. Come on. I'm just, like, totally discombobulated today. I'm just kind of wandering back and forth and babbling incoherently at myself. And you 4 or 5 poor sods who have to listen to me babble incoherently on stream. For which I apologize. I keep turning the wrong way. I keep turning wrong when I should turn right. I am like nothing but sidetracked today. I am 100% sidetracked all the time. I don't know why. So, hey, briefly, I still haven't decided if we're going to do the 2-year anniversary stream on April 2nd or 3rd, but it is going to be one of those days, and amongst the prizes we're going to have is a genuine, honest-to-God Nintendo 64 with a copy of Super Mario World. What? Super Mario World, Super Mario 64. Duh. And we'll see if we can get another game, too. That might be the grand prize. I might come up with something better. I've already got a couple of cool Steam games lined up, and we're going to have a couple of 3D prints to give away for you guys. and I'll probably make some more 3D prints. I'm gonna see if I can make a little 1MC3 supporter trophy print as well. I think that'll be a cool little thing. Let's see, the purple farm is underwater. We need to take the train over there. This, if you haven't seen it, is Steph's auto sorter. It is a little bit incredible. Somehow it hasn't melted the server yet, so that's good. I mean, look at this. The chest, by the way, the pop-in with the chest is because of our obfuscation system. It's a little overly zealous. I need to look at that one of these days. April 2nd is not the official 2-year anniversary, but it's a Sunday. April 3rd is a Monday. And this, by the way, is the minecart design that we're going to use, or at least the minecart design that we're thinking of using. The idea here is that it's kind of a closed loop system. You simply stand here, minecart gets dispensed. You sit down on the minecart, it starts you on your way. So you don't have to worry about keeping your minecart with you. You don't have to worry about... You happen to have a collection of old Nintendos. Yeah, we have a fair amount, actually. We'll see what else we can throw in, but maybe a second vintage console of some description, if we can find something good. Maybe a handheld like a Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. We'll have to see what we can find, but we already have a Nintendo 64 set aside with a cool game. And there will be other stuff. I might even give away a couple of books or little Minecraft figures from my personal collection. Or, you know, if you're a dwarf, maybe 3 locks of my golden hair. No, nobody really into the 3 locks of my golden hair. Okay. See? And then you're here. Pretty neat, right? Joker doesn't want 3 locks of my golden hair. Fine, you're clearly not a dwarf. I love this farm, by the way. It even says Purpur in the back in case there was any confusion. Oh, God. I'm already vaguely concerned that Cookie's going to try to extract my DNA from the 3D print I'm sending. All right, so what do we got here? Let's have a look-see.
Yeah, the chests are up there.
It's 4 chests for four cubics for a stack. The chests are up. These signs are these signs supposed to be blank, or did something go wrong with the rollback?
No, I think I forgot to write.
Okay then. So it goes. I'm trying to see if I can find where the chest access
Go to where the train station is.
Right, back to the train station?
Yeah, you'll see at the glass, you'll see a few missing blocks. Just destroy the 2 bomb blocks. You can go where the registers are. Up there, there's chests.
Okay, where the train station is. Few missing blocks, like here? No, clearly not here.
At the glass itself.
At the glass. So I'm looking at the glass where you have the little sign that says Purpur Shop.
Yeah, the block you took out, that's the entry.
Oh, so that was at the right place. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, I see. You have to actually come in here.
I'm trying to follow you on stream.
Cool. All right. So, Flyboy, what we're going to do is tomorrow we are going to try to build a 1,000 block long road on stream as a community effort between Spawn Town and Wonderland. The Yellow Blick Road, exactly. The Blello Blick Blode. Dear Stately, stop trying to talk. You know what I should have done before I came here is I should have cleared up some freaking inventory slots so I can carry this. I am made of 100% pure, unadulterated, not very smart today. Yeah, okay, 1 melon seed, I can live with that. These dyes aren't very useful, and I guess this isn't. Okay, so I took, what is it, maybe 9 stacks, Steph. I'll find some way to repay you in kind, maybe in the form of services rendered at some point. Fangirls cloning me. There you go. That's like modern groupies. They don't follow you around on tour, they just gather up some of your DNA and make their own personal clone of you. Onwards! Thanks again, Steph, for helping out.
No problem.
A jazz steam paddle boat hangout. Groovy. I like that. This is kind of like the neighborhood corner bar of Minecraft streams. I do like some of this music. I think maybe tomorrow we'll play some maybe we'll play some reggae tomorrow. Y'all like reggae? Who doesn't like reggae, right? Yeah, I love the minecart system. I think that'll do just fine. And Phoenix is like the drunk sitting in the corner who can't control his volume. You don't know what reggae is. Alright, well, you're about to find out. We all need sleep, but given the choice between sleep and Minecraft, I guess we've all made our beds, just not laid in them. That's the really bad metaphor, isn't it? That's like the worst possible metaphor. Um, 29, I don't know if you're still on stream, but I guess you are because you were just typing in stream. But if you want me to do any voiceovers for anything, let me know what you want me to record. I don't know. Should we do like an announce? Should there be like an announcement overlay? Should I do like the deep announcer voice and say, live from New York, it's Stately! 31,000 Skype notifications. 31,000. Oh, I could do this scary voice. In a world where nobody plays Minecraft, one man sets out to change this.
That wasn't scary.
That was pretty spooky, right?
Yeah.
I'm every single time I try to turn into the glass here. Can we get some arrows or something, or like a little fung rail? I don't know what's playing right now, but I like this. Just got a first part in a movie. One of those New York people who get it because there are so many of those. What are you talking about? Not New York, Hollywood. Right. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Get a little carried away with the opportunity. The creepy voice. No, that's not the creepy voice. That's the ominous voice. That's the political ad campaign voice, you know. Senator Bobson wants to take away... Wait, no, hold on, I'm doing it wrong. Senator Bobson wants to take away your children's health care and have them all decapitated. No, I'm still not doing it right. I need some practice with that. Senator Bobson is wrong for America and wrong for you. Now, see, now I'm doing it wrong. Now I'm thinking about it and it doesn't work anymore. All right, Mason, take it easy. See you next time. All right, so we have glass. We have purple. I don't think there's much left to do other than go over there and get started on this. I've been putting it off as long as I can. You know what would be really fun is if we could do intros that are parodies of sitcom intros from like the 80s. We could have like the Cheers intro in the form of a cartoon parody. It'll be like 1MC3 where everybody knows your IGN. Some of this music isn't great. Some of it's a little repetitive and a little wishy-washy, straightforward stuff. This is kind of bland, but it's a little cheerful. So I'm kind of in favor of it, even if it is a little simple. Yeah, it's got kind of that... You know what it reminds me of is the music from the old arcade game Outrun. Outrun, way back when, was one of the big Sega sit-down arcade cabinet games. And the gameplay was pretty good. It was a fun game, but what really made it stand out is that at the beginning of the game, you got to choose from a couple of different radio stations. It was like one of the first games that did that. Yeah, Outrun. There have been all kinds of sequels and follow-ups, but its real claim to fame, the thing that like really got people into the game, was that the music was so much fun. It had this breezy beach music kind of vibe to it, and this, what's playing in the background right now, sounds very much like one of the songs from Outrun. Hey, I have a MAME cabinet. I made a MAME cabinet myself from an old Moon Patrol cabinet. It was completely stripped down. I didn't like destroy a perfectly good working cabinet or anything, but I rebuilt the control panel using original arcade cabinet parts. I run it off a little laptop with an old 17-inch CRT monitor, and it's in the garage right now because I don't really have any space. It's going to go to a friend's at some point, but it plays like 3,000 different arcade games. It's not great for Outrun because, you know, sticks. It has a spinner for games like Arkanoid. But you need custom controls for games like Outrun. You want a steering wheel, you want paddles, so not really great for arcade cabinets. But Outrun was a fantastic game for its time. And then there was Turbo Outrun, which was the same hardware, just updated ROMs. Also a lot of fun. But my favorite arcade game from back in the day, one of the newer Gauntlet variants. There was Dark Legacy I really liked, and before that there were like the 4-player Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cabinets. Those were fantastic. And then the X-Men side scrollers, I loved those. So basically, I'm glad this hasn't despawned because I kind of need a crafting table here. You've never... Wow. What rock have you been living under? Nah, I'm kidding. Well, geez, the heyday of the arcade cabinet kind of ended. Wait, what was the formula for the pillars? Anybody off the top of their head remember the formula for the purple pillars? Is it like slabs stacked on top of each other? That's kind of par for the course, right?
Four pillars?
The purple pillars.
Yeah, it's slabs.
Okay. So, all right, we'll do slabs every X blocks. Tits slabs. Okay. Tis slabs, I think, is what you're trying to say. At least that's what I hope you're trying to say. So let's take maybe half a stack of its. Yeah, I got it. We got it. Half a stack of these for now to get us started. And we got our pick. And I'm going to put down a little build chest because this is going to drive me crazy. Park some of this stuff here. The blocks. So I have the pillars. We use slabs for the ceiling. It happens to the best of us. Scoot! Remember, I'm doing this for you, Enderman. This is so we don't have to keep killing you. You haven't lived until you beg your parents for a roll of quarters. This is true. This is true. There's a certain charm to that. I see trees of green, red roses too. I know the song you mean. It's Louis Armstrong, Wonderful World, right? You can. Arcades still exist. They're so much rarer now. But let's be honest, the reason they're rarer now is probably a good reason, because you can have in your house for a couple $100 a machine that's capable of playing games that are at least as good as any arcade machine. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, back in the heyday of arcades, when arcades were just a huge cultural phenomenon, the games you could play at arcades were much, much better than anything you could play on a home system. And that really kind of ended, I guess, around the time the PlayStation 1 came along, because that was the first system that was really close to being able to replicate the arcade experience. Everything before that was just a cheap approximation. PlayStation forever. I've skipped this entire console generation. I don't have any plans on acquiring a current generation console because there just aren't any exclusives that would make it worth my while. I mean, all of the decent games are on PC. Every single game, with the exception of 1 or 2 AAA titles a year, come out on the PC. And they're generally, if you have even halfway decent hardware, vastly superior on the PC. Or they can be, at least, if your hardware's up to the task. So, buying a console for me makes very little sense. Yeah, Space Invaders was never one of my favorites. It was kind of before my time, and I never really got into it. I do like, putting a quarter in the classic machines if I run into one of them in like a vintage arcade or something on the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, whatever. I like checking them out. But that was never really my thing. let's see. Alright, so we are... Let's put in the windows and the walls on the flat section first. Miss Pac-Man. Yes. Again, kind of before my time, I guess. But I did put a lot of money in a cocktail table version of, I think it was Miss Pac-Man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 minus 2 is 12, divided by 3 is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. One, two, three, four pillar. And that should be more or less evenly spaced on that side. And this side, well, this side will just have to make do. I remember one day spending like 2 weeks worth of allowance with a buddy on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet to finish the game. We were like totally into it. We just would not stop. We kept on buying new lives, kept on pumping in those quarters. And we did eventually finish the game. Took, you know, not as long as you'd expect. It was only maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours or something worth of gameplay in the end. So how are we going to do this here? I think we're going to have to work out exactly where to put the pillars here to make these stairs work. The biggest issue here, I think, is that it would be better if the stairs just went up in a straight shot. So what I think we'll do is actually make that happen. We'll take this down and we'll turn it into a single straight staircase all the way down. Just need to make sure I pick everything up. So it's flat from here on out for most of the rest of the way. So simply put, we do... Yeah, they'll be back. Yeah, thanks, Joker. I figured. Wouldn't mind too much if I just straighten things out a little bit. This does kind of net us a bit of a canyon, I suppose. But that's okay. I don't think that's a huge deal. And hopefully we'll have the right amount of materials here, because I'm obviously not changing any of the materials. Just putting the...
Salut.
Sorry for you guys on... Dankjewel. For the guys on the Discord channel, my mute button no longer works system-wide. It only works to mute OBS, so I can't really mute what happens on Discord. And if you need XP, all you have to do is come down to the end grinder. There is so much XP here, it's not even funny. You think this is a game? Alrighty, and then the straight bit, and this will also make it a little bit easier to set up a rail line, although I'm not 100% sure if we want to run the rail line over the same path or maybe just run it underground and have it pop up. Might be easier and probably not more secure, but definitely easier. So, that's a little more straightforward. That'll make this part a little bit easier. It doesn't really solve the problem what to actually do with the stairs once we're here. However, folks, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. Dinner beckons. I'm going to get out of the end before I end the stream, though, because safety's sake. Sorry I didn't get to check out your build, Phoenix. I'll take another stab at it tomorrow. We're not going to work on this tomorrow, I suspect. Tomorrow, big road build. I'll try to get some supplies together. I'll put down a chest somewhere. Joker, can you look at what might be a good way for the road to come into Wonderland? Like from what direction? We can have it come in, maybe put like a little stub down to give us an idea of where to aim. If you have time, but we can talk about this later as well. Until then, though, thank you everybody for tuning in, as always. I appreciate your patronage. I'm Stately. This is Play.1MC3.com, and all things being equal, we'll be back here again at 6 tomorrow. All right, folks, you take it easy. Appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. I can't find the trees. That was the wrong button. All right, well, that was cute. But we are done now, so take it easy, and I'll see you all next time, guys.